So when Umkhonto Wesizwe Party was founded, a lot of people could not believe it. Some of us had an opportunity to be appraised in October 2023. And none of us could believe that President Zuma could take a bold decision to start an organization and forego somehow an organization which he had served before for more than 60 years. So that was one of the boldest actions. That is why some of us did not even have an iota of fear to leave just a 10-year-old organization because we had seen that for a just and revolutionary cause, anything else has to be done correctly. Thank you very much, National Chairperson Gilij, for presiding over this program. We say Africa Maibuye because that is the closing statement of Umkhonto Wesizwe's statement leaflet in 63 years ago on the 16th of December of Umkhonto Wesizwe, the Liberation Army. So Umkhonto Wesizwe, the party, shares a birthday with Umkhonto Wesizwe, the Liberation Army. Comrade President, Deputy President, the Deputy Secretary General, National Chairperson, the Deputy Chair, National Organizer, and the TG, Amakosi, Abafundisi, members of Parliament, and members of provincial legislatures, and all other public representatives of Umkhonto Wesizwe, the entire membership of Umkhonto Wesizwe, and the people of South Africa. I want us today on the 16th of December 2024 to use this opportunity right now to take this opportunity to appreciate and give a round of applause to President Zuma for having founded Umkhonto Wesizwe Party. So when Umkhonto Wesizwe Party was founded, a lot of people could not believe it. Some of us had an opportunity to be appraised in October 2023. And none of us could believe that President Zuma could take a bold decision to start an organization and forego somehow an organization which he had served before for more than 60 years. So that was one of the boldest actions. That is why some of us did not even have an iota of fear to leave just a 10-year-old organization because we had seen that for a just and revolutionary cause, anything else has to be done correctly. And I think that let us take an opportunity as well to thank the voters of South Africa, here in KwaZulu-Natal and all the provinces for giving their confidence to Umkhonto Wesizwe Party within 6 months of its existence. So Umkhonto Wesizwe Party is one of the 2 black political parties in South Africa whose votes can be counted in millions. So there is no any other political party except the outgoing ruling party and Umkhonto Wesizwe which can say we are voted and supported by millions of people, because that is the reality of the situation. Now, we have distributed copies of the Constitution to all the guests that have joined us for this gathering, the gala dinner to mark the first birthday of Umkhonto Wesizwe. So on page 6 of that Constitution, the last sentence, it emphasizes an important point, that unity of the progressive forces is an important tool in the hands of the oppressed. That in whatever we seek to do, we should fight towards the unification of all the progressive forces. And that is the agenda that we're in pursuit of. The national chairperson is correct that we had said that before we call the Treasurer General, we should inform everyone else of just where are we now. That today is exactly 12 months since Umkhonto weSizwe Party was founded. But we currently have got a representation in the National Assembly with 58 spaces for National Assembly in terms of the representation. 5 members of the National Council of Provinces, and therefore official opposition in National Parliament. But we also have got 37 of the 80 members of the provincial legislature here in KwaZulu-Natal province. In Gauteng province, we've got 8 out of the 80 members of the provincial legislature. In Mpumalanga, we've got 8 out of the 40 members of the provincial legislature. And in Mpumalanga, Umkhonto weSizwe is the official opposition as well. It's the second biggest political party. And we exist in all the provinces. And our organization is founding in a correct direction. And just a key highlight of where we are now. So the constitution, which was adopted on the 26th of September 2024, is establishing 4 organizations at the same time. So Umkhonto weSizwe, the mother body, the organization, with its own leadership structures and systems. And Umkhonto weSizwe Women's League, which is still going to have its own leadership structures from national level, provincial level, regional level, ward level, and VD level. We're also establishing the MK Youth League, which is going to exist in our communities to mobilize young people under the age of 30. We're also establishing the MK Students Movement, which will be the student wing of Umkhonto weSizwe. So despite the fact that the MK has got access to some resources that are allocated by Parliament, because we are represented in 7 of the 9 provincial legislatures, our financial obligations, because we are at formative stages, will be far much more greater. We have to still establish the provincial offices in all the 9 provinces. And we have to establish regional offices, like brick and mortar offices, in all the 54 regions or districts in South Africa. So here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, we still have to establish an office in Mkhanyakude, in Zululand, in Ugu, in Ilembe, in Mzinyathi, in Amajuba, here in eThekwini, in uThukela. In all the 11 regions of KwaZulu-Natal, we need to have presence. In the Eastern Cape, we still need to have brick and mortar offices in Jokabi region in Alwal North, in Krisani region in Komani, in Alfred Nzo, in Amatole, in OR Tamba districts, in Nelson Mandela Bay municipality in Buffalo City. In Limpopo, we still have to establish offices in Mopani region, in Vembe, in Waterberg, in Capricorn, in Sekhukhune. We still need to have offices in all the 3 regions of Mpumalanga, of Nhlanzeni, of Nkangala, of Hertzbande. We still need to have offices in the northwest regions of the doctors of Dr. Ruth Skhomotsi Mapante region, of Ngaka Mudirimelema region, of Dr. Kenneth Kaunda region, and Bojanala. We still have to have offices in all the regions of Northern Cape. In Francis Bard, which is around Kimberley, we have to have proper offices in Pixley, in Namakwa, in ZF Mkau, and in John Taule Gaitsewe region. We still have to have offices in the whole of Western Cape, in Central Karoo, in the Southern Cape, in Overberg, in the West Coast, in the Cape Winelands, and in Cape Metro. We still need to have offices in Gauteng, in Tshwane, in Sidibeng, in Johannesburg, in Ekurhuleni, and in the West Rand. And all of those offices should have staff members, must be accessible to the people, must interact with the people from time to time, must be where people go to consult and be in contact with Mkhonto weSizwe. And offices are just the point of contact of an otherwise huge organization. But also on top of all these offices which we're going to establish in all corners of South Africa, we still have to prepare to take over all the municipalities in the local government elections of 2026. These municipalities have been under misgovernance for a very long time. Here in eThekwini, already Mkhonto weSizwe is majority of the people of eThekwini have already given their faith and their vote to Mkhonto weSizwe. And that should apply to all the metropolitan municipalities that Mkhonto weSizwe should have to take over. And in preparation of that, Comrade President, as an organization, we have to build organizational unit and policy capacity to support all our deployees in local government. Because there's a huge crisis in local government where municipalities are unable to gain access to conditional grants and the basic resources that they need for their survival. So as an organization, we need to have solid systems to support all our municipalities. So because we are still at formative stages, our financial obligations will be far much greater. And we would encourage all willing and capable South Africans, whatever amount can be contributed, the TG will speak to that, to contribute whatever can be done. It can be donation in cash or in kind. Avail offices from Mkhonto weSizwe. Avail whatever little resources to make sure that this movement, which is going to unify all the progressive forces, has got sustainable resources. Because on top of all this work which we are doing, as the President indicated in the address yesterday in Moses Mabhida, we are still going to unify and include within the organization Mkhonto weSizwe other political organizations who are even represented now in parliament, in legislatures, and in councils. So it's not a dream that in 2026, so vota ndawonye. That is what the message came out of yesterday's program, which was presided over by the President and organized properly by the province of KwaZulu-Natal, working with the leadership. And as the national chairperson had said, on behalf of the organization, we still want to apologize to the regions of uThukela, which is in Alfred Duma municipality, Nkosilanga Balele, and uKhahlamba, and Herigwala, which is Kokstad, Mzumkulu, Dr. NDZ municipality, and Ubuhlebezo. And also apologize to Mkhanyakude from Mhlabalingana, Jozini, Mtubatuba, Big Five Hlabisa. And also apologize to Zululand, which is Edumbe, Nongoma, Abakulus, Ulundi, for not having provided the transport. There were so many much more difficult circumstances which the organization got to be confronted with. We did everything in our power to provide transport for everyone to come to the rally to celebrate the first birthday of Mkhonto weSizwe. But we still were able to go ahead and have a successful program. I know that even in King Tetwayo, there were areas that were affected in Umlalazi, in Nkandla as well. There were people who were left behind who could not come to the first birthday celebration. And we have already decided, President, that as the leadership, we are going to visit all the regions that could not come to Moses Mabhida before the end of this year. And we will talk to them, we will also avail to them the t-shirts which otherwise would have been distributed in Moses Mabhida Stadium, so that all of us are one. There was no ill intention in those that could not attend the program. Comrades, ladies and gentlemen, the people of South Africa, we want to appreciate the support that Umkhonto weSizwe is receiving, and we're calling on all of us to continue to provide support. We are leading a responsible organization that has got capacity, that has demonstrated its capacity even within 12 months of existence. It is an organization that is here to stay, so let us give it our maximum and full support under the capable leadership of our President, President Jacob Gedlehlekisa Mhlanganyelwa Zuma. Viva President Zuma, viva! Thank you very much. Siyabonga.